Good morning from Breazeale's Grocery, Bluegrass, and we're located here at 5109 Liberty Highway in Pendleton, South Carolina. Today is September the 6th, 2023. I'm your host, Don Acevedo today. The weather outside is 73 degrees, a 0% chance of rain, the high of 93. Hot day today. It's going to be pretty hot, so if you got stuff outside to do, cancel it and stay inside where it's cool. Our shout outs go to Jane, Josh, Heather, Carter, Blaine, Hampton, Hudson, Grant, Sylvia, Heidi, Charlie, Harper, and always loving Martin. And also we got a guest today, Mr. Lonnie Fountain's with us today in the audience. So welcome to the show, Lonnie. Great friend. Here at Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass, we have music lessons all week. We teach fiddle, classical fiddle, mandolin, bass, guitar, banjo, and anything with a string on it, we'll figure out a way to teach it somehow. We have the best instructors in the upstate by far, in my opinion, and I think other people have the same opinion. For more information on lessons, you can call me at 864-376-1482, and we'd be glad to answer all your musical questions, or if you have any other questions. By the way, while we're live, you can also call me, and we'll be glad to talk to you while we're live at 864-376-1482. Our sponsor today is Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. I don't think we've ever sponsored a show, so today the store here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass will be sponsoring the show today. And Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, again, is located at 5109 Liberty Highway in Pendleton, South Carolina, or Anderson. Either one will get you there. Or you can call me at 864-376-1482. We're located at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton. For all your musical needs, just call us. We're the best in the upstate, in my opinion, and probably a lot of other folks' opinion as well. You can also follow us on social media pages, YouTube, Facebook, under Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and Instagram under BG Bluegrass. You can follow us on all the social medias that are out there. Okay, some of the items that we sell here, we just added something new to the menu up here of our stuff. We now sell pork rinds, $7 a bag. We have plain, hot and spicy, salt and vinegar, smoky bacon, barbecue. Those are all the flavors. I got a bag in my truck. I keep there all the time. And today we're supposed to get another delivery of pork rinds. I'm down to 2 bags, so he'll be here shortly with another delivery of pork rinds. We also sell instruments. We have fiddles, mandolins, guitars, bass, banjos, pretty much anything with a string on it, we can sell it. We have it here at the store, and if I don't have it, I'll make sure that I get you one, a string instrument, if you need one. Okay, we got a group that's coming. I'm excited about this group. They were here a couple of years ago. Due to the COVID, they couldn't come for the last few years. And it's quite expensive to bring about 7 of them over here from Italy. So I guess they saved up their money. La Terza Classe is the name. And that means, in English, that means the third class. Will be at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass on Friday, November 10th, 2023, from 7 to 9. That date again was November the 10th, 2023. Make sure you get your tickets. They're on sale now. From 7 to 9 o'clock, tickets are $25 and $30 at the door. So make sure you get your tickets for that as well. We also have a public auction coming up this Saturday. Jeff Martin Auctioneers. They'll be live online as well this Saturday, September 9th at 9 a.m. A public auction, Jeff Martin Auctioneers. If you need information about this auction, contact Blaine Albertson at 864-556-5384. Again, public auction, Jeff Martin Auctioneers. For contact information, contact Blaine Albertson at 864-556-5384. I think they sell cars. Cars, trucks, mostly trucks and boats, and some campers. So make sure you get out there for this auction this Saturday, September 9th at 9 a.m. good auction. Okay, let's talk about today. Our guest today is next to me, Mark Stoudenmire. He's a great friend, a great musician, and he has been on the program before here at Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass. Today we'll be talking about different types of bluegrass instruments, just things in general. And he has a lineup of instruments over there. We'll bring them up as we talk about them. And Mark's very knowledgeable about all these instruments, and he'll be sharing with us about these instruments. So stay tuned. If you'd like to call during the broadcast with some input, call 864-376-1482. And I'll talk to you during the broadcast if you want to talk about something. We will take your call. Again, we are live here at Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass, 5109 Liberty Highway. So, good morning, Mark. Let's start with you. Where did you grow up, and then what followed? When did you start your musical career? What instruments do you teach here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass?
Okay, well, I mostly grew up here in Pendleton, born in Greenville, and was here from the time I was 5 on, so basically this is home. Had my career elsewhere in the Air Force in California and then in Tennessee as an accountant and long-term care employee, and came back here about 2009 and got interested back in bluegrass and found Don's place here. I was introduced to it. My wife and daughter and some friends brought me over here and kind of got me back into music. I'd been out for a long time because I have a neurological condition called focal hand dystonia, which kind of took away the banjo role. So now I try to play several of the different instruments. About the only one I'll play in public is a bass, because it doesn't require, I play it mostly with my thumb, so I don't have to move these fingers, which are a problem. But anyway, so that's kind of my musical history. I started when I was probably on the banjo about 14, and got to be introduced to Robert Lowry and the Stump House Mountain Boys, where I played for several years and actually learned the banjo up in the mountains. And then every now and then Curtis Blackwell introduced me to Robert, and every now and then I'd get to play with Curtis and his band, Al Osteen, Larry Jefferson, Sam Cobb, and that was all great experience. And so anyway, then I got out of college and went away to the Air Force and sort of fell away from music for a long time, but now I'm kind of back involved in it, and I teach bass, and I'm sort of a starter mandolin teacher here. I'll try to get students started on the mandolin. I've never played mandolin really in a bluegrass band, but I know the notes and kind of the basic techniques to get started, students started. So anyway, that's my history, and Don said we're going to talk about various bluegrass instruments. Don's really going to do most of the talking today because we've got 3 instruments over here that he is assembling. He does luthier work, and he needs to talk about that. So as he wants, we're going to bring each one of these instruments over here and kind of let him explain what he's doing with the instruments and what he can do, and he will do repairs and all for you if you need.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit about my luthier work. I've been in the woodworking business about 53 years. I was in the construction business for nearly all my life. And when my son took over the business, I had to have something to do. So I had one of our guys build a shop in the back here, a luthier shop, and I went and started doing luthier work. It was a little bit different than woodworking with construction material, because luthier work is a very fine work, and you have to have pretty steady hands and stuff. So I thought I'd take my try at it, and I love it. I don't spend as much time as I should back here, but I build a few instruments. I do a lot of repair work on instruments and stuff. So that's how I kind of got started, probably about 15 years ago here at the store. We've been going this. We're on our 19th year here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass in existence, and I started probably about 15 years ago. I started the luthier shop back there. One of our guys built a shop back here, and I started buying all the tools that I needed to do luthier work. I started doing research on the internet how to do stuff. I also have a guy in Savannah, Georgia. He restores old instruments. He's a luthier, but he just restores old instruments. And from time to time, I need to call him if I'm working on a vintage instrument, ask him how do I do this, that, and the other. And he's a very nice guy to share that information with me. So, and then the rest of it, you can get on Facebook and find all you need pretty much on social media sites about how to do stuff on instruments. But if I need professional information, I have another guy in Nashville, Tennessee, Ed Weber, builds banjos. I'll call him from time to time for some information. So there's a lot of stuff out there that helps me do the luthier work that I do. So I really enjoy it. And Mark comes back there once in a while and doodles around with some stuff in the shop as well. So that's what I do here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and I also play a fiddle and do a little guitar work, and sometimes on that bass back there. I also take banjo lessons here from Mr. Bell, who's here today with a student. He teaches on Wednesdays from, I think he starts about 10 o'clock now and goes all the way to about 7 o'clock, students back to back. So again, if you're interested in any kind of a musical lesson, you can contact us here at 864-376-1482 at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. Okay, with that said, let's grab an instrument and bring it over here.
Which one would you like first?
Let's do the fiddle first.
Okay.
While he's getting that, I forgot to mention, we also sell shirts here. Here's one of our pink Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass shirts. So if you want a shirt, hat, or anything we got back there, you can call us, 864-376-1482. We'll make sure you get one of these beautiful shirts from Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. Okay, Mark. Okay, this is a fiddle that I'm working on. Don't know if you can see it well, but this is the body of it. I've got the clamp together. I still need to put the sound post in the middle of it. Once I get everything lined up, situated where I need it, I'll mark it, take it apart, and then we'll start adding the stains and stuff on the inside of it. So I can get the top glued back on, put the sound post in. Then I will add the neck to it. Goes like this. And this is the fingerboard and the neck of the fiddle that I will add to it once I'm done with this body, and then I'll stain everything up. I think about 3 times.
Put some pegs in it.
Yeah,
for
put
the
some
string.
pegs in the top here for the strings. And then once I do about 3 or 4 finishes on it, then it'll be done. Put the pegs in, and I'll put there's a little button that goes in the back underneath here, a little button, and I'll put the button in, and that holds the clavicle for the strings. There's several different tail pieces that you can get. I have them back there, and the tail piece, put 4 strings on it, and I'll adjust it to the neck, fine tune it, adjust it up, and hopefully it'll be a good sounding fiddle. I don't know if you can see, but this one has a deep belly, which gives it more of a bassier sound to the fiddle than the flatter top type fiddles. And I did that on the back and on the top. It's got a little belly to it that gives it that nice bassy sound that I love, bassy sounds on the fiddle. So that's our fiddle project that we got going. And the next one is a guitar. A guitar that I started building. I've been working on it for probably over a year and a half now. when I start working on stuff, people come and they want strings put on and they want something repaired, and I always take them on. So I stopped doing that so I can start working on my own stuff. And this is a dreadnought guitar, and this is the body of the guitar. I got it clamped together now. I don't want to unclamp it to show you the inside, but I do have
That's got an arch back.
sound bars are on the top and the back. Actually, the back is in the shop. I'm getting ready to put the sound bars on the back, and then I'll attach the back to this. Again, I'll stain it. I have a machine that routes the edges, and it sets it back where I can put my purlin all the way around. It's like a little band, a white band called purlin, and put that on. And then the neck is in the back there, and I put this little rosette in the top. I don't know if you can see that little rosette right here. I inlaid that little rosette right here. I grooved it out and then set the rosette in there. That was quite the job there. But it'll be pretty once it's all sanded and finished. All these things, they sit up just a little bit, so when you get to the sanding process, it'll be flush. Everything will be flush, the binding will be flush. It's got mahogany sides to it, and I'll sand everything, get these marks out of it. Again, this will take probably about three coats of finishes on this particular body here, and the neck. The neck is in the back of the shop. And then I'll assemble everything. I could probably, if I worked on it every day, I could probably have this done in a month. And I don't have the spray material here, so I'll take it to my shop at home where I'll spray it and do a good job here with my shop at home when I spray it. But I could finish this if I worked on it every day pretty quick, but I don't have time to work on it every day because I have other things that I do as well. So anyway, that's the guitar that I'm building. And the next one that Mark's going to bring up is a banjo. I started taking banjo lessons about 3.5 years ago, and I still take banjo lessons. It's a work in progress. At my age, I guess I'll be as good as Larry Bell when I'm about 105. I did the math.
This one is a heavy one.
Oh yeah, this is the heavy one.
Quite heavy.
This is the heavy one. This thing's heavy. This is the banjo that I'm building, and this is part of it here. In the back, it's got a tone ring in it. This weighs, how much would you say this weighs, your system?
Most of my whole banjos weigh about 11 pounds.
About 11 pounds. So this is the bulk of it right
When
here.
it's got the heavy tone ring in
Yeah,
it.
it's got a tone ring, which I don't know that you'll
Master
be able
tone.
to see it, but there's a tone ring inside here that makes it very, very heavy. And the tone ring is actually what gives it the sound.
That tone ring makes it brighter and louder on a bluegrass banjo, so that's why they've had that big, probably bell brass tone ring.
Yeah,
and that.
yeah.
A lot of the older and open back banjos and all don't have that, so they have a deeper sound and maybe a more tubby sound sometime, or a mellower, softer sound. Bluegrass, they want volume. They want to be able to get out there, and that big brass tone ring helps it do that.
Yeah. So this thing's heavy. I tell you what, banjo players, they got to strap that thing over their shoulder and hold it for.
So show them the parts of the, like you've got the wood rim.
Yeah. Tell them about those parts, Mark.
Well, you can see the wood rim right here. That's looks like a 3-ply rim, 3 different sort of wheels that are glued together to make the rim that makes the sound box. And then, let's see, you can kind of see the shine in here, right here. And that's the tone ring. And this is a 20-hole tone ring. Some tone rings have 20. Some of the real old ones from the pre-war period, they had a tone ring with 40 holes, and then some of them actually had no holes. And I think there's different conjecture about which is the most advantageous, but personally, I don't know if there's a lot of difference. But so anyway, you've got the wood rim there, and then you've got the flange, which is this part, the metal part right here. See the metal part. Let's see if I can get it closer there. The metal part right here with the holes, and that holds the brackets that tighten the head. There's a metal band around the top. It's called either a tension hoop or a stretcher band, and these brackets are tightened up with these the screws on the end of the brackets, and that pulls the head down. The head is basically like a drum head. Banjo is basically a drum with strings and a neck on it. And when it's put together, this is the resonator. It goes on the back like that. And what it's supposed to do is throw the sound out front through the holes in the flange there that we looked at. So that's kind of the physics, a little bit of simple version of the physics of the banjo. There's a floating bridge that the strings will go over and a tailpiece, just like on the violin. And the strings will run across that onto the neck. And here's the neck, and Don's done a lot of work on this. I'm gonna let him talk about the neck.
Yeah, this neck here is a lot of work. And this is would you say this is a maple neck?
I believe that's maple.
Yeah.
I believe it is.
Yeah, it's a maple neck.
I believe it's a maple banjo. You can see the figured maple, curly maple.
Then the fingerboard is made out of rosewood.
Probably some kind of Indian rosewood or something.
A rosewood. They're made out of different types of material, but I believe this is a rosewood here. And then at the top, I don't know if the camera person can zoom in on this, the top of this banjo. I have engraved. I got a little machine that does the engraving, and this is going to be a store banjo. So I engraved at the top Breazeale's Grocery. Breazeale's Grocery. And then what I do in the back there, I have a little saw. It's a little fine-tooth saw. Looks like a coping saw. I'll cut out the letters out of mother of pearl. Mother of pearl is very hard. It takes me 1 hour and 20 minutes to cut one letter out for each one of these to go in here. So I've got them all done but 2 letters. And then I'll inlay them. I'll cut them with a knife, and then they'll be done. Then I'll do the surface sanding after that's done, and then eventually I'll put all the clear on it, and then put the nut on it and start putting her together. We'll have us a banjo, and it's a store banjo. And then I have the tuning pegs that go in the top up here, and the 5th string tuner goes in there in that hole. And then we'll be ready to play banjo on it someday. Hopefully soon. I started back working on it again. So I had shoulder surgery, so I couldn't do a lot of work for a while. But now I'm back with it again. So we'll get her done here real soon.
Don also has some other instruments in the back. I think he has an autoharp to work on at some point, and some mandolins to work on, and
I think the autoharp is your job.
it's my job.
Yeah,
okay, well,
give that autoharp
I
to
don't
him.
know much about autoharps, but we'll see.
Really, autoharp is not really a bluegrass instrument.
Let me show this little banjo. We did restore this little, you see this little bitty banjo on the back wall here. This
Yeah,
is
the
an
autoharp's not really a bluegrass instrument. Somebody gave it to me, so I was going to attempt to put it back together, but I think I'm going to give that job to Mark.
This is a little mandolin banjo, probably from the early part of the 20th century. There's no markings on it, no dates or anything, so we can't tell the brand, but it stayed back here on the wall for years with a big split in the head. So we did take this, we put new frets in it with Don's help. I did some of the work on it, and we put a new head on it, which didn't quite perfectly, but it works okay. And there's the bridge. So this is a Because it's so old, I did not put 8 strings on it. I only put 4 strings on it. But so we've got a little mandolin instrument that plays there.
Play a little tune on.
Do a little Blue Ridge Cabin Home.
Yeah.
Sing it.
We don't
There's
have
a
time.
well-beaten path on the old mountainside where I wandered when I was a lad. And I wandered alone to the place I call home in the Blue Ridge Hill far away. There you go.
Perfect.
It's a very percussive little instrument, as you can tell. Almost sounds like a drum or something.
Yeah. Yeah, drum with strings on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we have a few minutes left on the show, on the broadcast today. Thank you for joining us here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, located 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina, or Anderson. You can get here either way. So come and join us. We're here Saturday nights from 6:30 to 11 doing bluegrass music. And it's free, no charge. So just come and grab a seat. We have nice air conditioning in here for the summer, hot summer heat outside. And my air conditioning man over here keeps us nice and cool in here. And he'll be on an interview maybe next week, so join us here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. And we just have a fun time. So if you want to play music, contact us. If you want to just sit and listen, come on, grab a chair, sit down, and listen to some good bluegrass music. And the fellowship is unbelievable. These people are some of the best folks on the planet that love bluegrass music or any kind of music. A different type of folks. So anyway, that's what we do here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. And come and join us anytime. And again, we're live here on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. to 11:30. And Mr. Bell's back here to giving lessons on Wednesdays all day. A great teacher, a great guy. And his brother was one of my best friends here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass. So that's what we do here. And I'm going to ask the producer how much time we got left. And she says 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. So got 2 minutes left on the show. Huh? Play a song.
Play it.
Yeah, to finish it up.
Well, this is. Why don't you sing it? Don's gonna help me. We're gonna sing a little bit of a verse and a chorus of one called "We'll Meet Again, Sweetheart,"
Yeah.
which we do a lot here. And
Yeah.
Don sings the harmony on it. We don't really have time for him to get a guitar, so I'll just kind of start it. Oh, well, the time has come to say goodbye. I'm asking you to please don't cry. The time to me won't be so long to know you're happy back at home. Someday we'll meet again, sweetheart. We'll meet and never more apart. Someday we'll meet again, sweetheart. Don't cry, so please don't break my heart. One more. Oh, sweetheart, I'm leaving now. And then the time will be gone, I believe. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I forgot the words when I talk. Oh, we'll meet again someday, chorusing. Someday we'll meet again, sweetheart. We'll meet and never more apart. Someday we'll meet again, sweetheart. Don't cry, so please don't break my heart. Don't cry, so please don't break my heart. And I believe you had 20 seconds now.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you next week.
Thank
Come
y'all.
and join us here at Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass.